back. Right. Oh no.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel.
Now my loop deck isn't working. There's always something not working. Oh.
New subscribers, please make your way to the first class cabin.
Let me get. What's this?
Premium
what?
Entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Camera large. What's happening here? My God.
Haven't had much time to watch lately, but it's always a pleasure.
Oh my God, yeah. How weird. Alright, let's see. Picture? No. Oh. What? Shift V exit. Shift V. Oh my God. Shift C. Cockpit. There we go. Hello again. Right, let's see. So I was going to go ahead and see if I can get loop deck going. My app. Ah. No. Why is that not working? Crying out loud. Hang on. Let's try that. Yeah, quite often these USB things, I guess because I have so many USB ports active. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't like it. So let me try to read. Hey Nano, Lilienthal, wie geht's euch? How are you doing? Right, let me see. Loop deck, so that's okay. But that's not working. I'm gonna try one more time. I'm trying to hot start it. It's a Rogue, it's the dev version. I just downloaded the like, why is it not working? Crying out loud. Ah! I hate it sometimes. Alright, then I have to do it differently. Cool. So, really quickly, let me do the preparations this time a bit quicker than on the first flight, I promise. While we get going here. So let's do this. Let's do that. We are live here. There we go. And there we go. Alrighty. So next thing. No, it's a 4K. I just want to make sure. So last time I was using the A380, I found that I had performance issues with FPS. So this time I thought I'll start with the 4K version. And honestly, I mean, I'm sitting in front of a 4K monitor, and right now, this is great. This is just all I need, really. I don't need any fancier graphics that potentially just decrease the performance, right? Alright, let me just do this real quickly and save this view. Save position. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, so flight plan. We are speedbird 566. So I have to get the Bene overlay working. So there we go. We're now going from Keflavik back to London Heathrow. Still speedbird, but 566 this time. And we're still in VATSIM. That's all that's needed. Fantastic, cool. Hardware nightmare, yeah, it is sometimes, absolutely. Cool. So, fuel. I am going to load everything from SimBrief. Oh, that is from SimBrief. Okay, let me just quickly check my flight plan. So, 340 tons, zero fuel weight. What a weight. 340 tons, zero fuel weight. Planned takeoff weight is 381. 510 would be maximum. Crazy numbers. Flight time 225. Weather we've seen here is beautiful. Cav okay. Around freezing. And then Heathrow at the moment is 170 at 7. 27 will be in use, I would assume. We'll see. A few broken showers of rain forecast. Fog tomorrow morning. but outside of our window that we have to calculate with, so no threats there. Manchester, rain showers, but nothing major, so I'm happy with that. Fuel-wise, we did take on a bit of extra fuel. I mean, it is London Heathrow after all, so we've got 20 minutes extra. Yeah, Rogue, have a good flight with that. Good. And so the fuel value is 41.3 takeoff. So if we take another ton, 42,300, and 340 for the zero fuel. Okay. So let me do. Yeah, that's right. That's correct. Let's do instant on the fuel. That is done. Payload. So 340. Oh, GSX payload sync enabled. Can we try to do that instant? Settings for sure. Third, hang on. Quickly have to put it on pause here. Make sure I've got everything set here. Third party options. It's linked. Ah, there we go. GSX, I found it. Okay, so disregard then. Right, disregard. So I found the settings there. So let's try that again. And boarding time instant as well. Let's do that. Okay, so we should now have 340 zero fuel weight and the fuel as well as requested. Right, let's get all the batteries on. External 1, external 2, external 3, external 4. Good God, who's paying for the electricity bill there? Mark is getting a nice treat today with the Speedbirds. Eminently. Cool. Where's my routing? There it is. Alright. Okay, so we're going back pretty much the same way that we came over. Nothing new there. But yeah. Let's do the rest. So crew oxygen supply on. We'll do the ground auto control on. Let's get IRSs on. Come back down. Strobes remain off for now. Beacons off. Nav light on. Logo on. Seatbelts on. No mobile on. Emergency exit lights aren't. That looks good. Let's do a no, not this fire test. Good. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. I'm happy with that. Cool. It has so many fuel pumps indeed, yeah. Good database. And we will do an outside check now in a few seconds, guys. The reason is I found it, I mean, even though it's just a simulator, I'm saying just a simulator, but with the walk around mode, you do get the impression of how huge this aircraft is. And if you love aviation, it is just fascinating. It really is. Let's go in it. Let's do the same thing here. Similar to the A350, so it shouldn't really give us too many headaches here. So it's received. Let's insert that. Speedbird 566. 390 is all correct. Now let me try to get an ATIS here. Direct ATIS. Let's update that. Yeah, so Voyager, I mean, isn't Emirates pressing for an even bigger version still? They're pressurizing, or they're pressuring Airbus? No reply. I'm online. I guess it's somewhere in the settings again, Bruno. I don't want to spoil my my hoppy code. Let me just put you back on pause really quickly, and then I'll check the ATSO AOC TLX. Oh, there we go. Hoppy. Yeah, connected. Fantastic. Yeah, it saved the code, but it didn't have Hoppy activated, strangely enough. How weird. Let's try that again. Let's update sending. They don't have the facilities anymore. Crazy, right? Yeah, it didn't ever say like give us $100 billion and then we'll think about it or something. Yeah, that's what I was trying to find out because I did update to the latest dev version, but it's still not working. No reply. So also then, it doesn't give me METAR, because normally it would automatically give you. Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, it only gives me arrival or departures. Let me see. Oh, Heathrow works. Bruno, Heathrow did work. Yeah. No reply. Yeah, so the only thing I can't select, so I can't select none or something, right? That's fine. That's good. Is the source VATSIM? Let me check again. Let me check. AOC source. Hold on. Yeah, it is VATSIM, yeah. Yeah, METAR is VATSIM, and also ATIS is also VATSIM. Yeah. Thank you much, Bruno. But anyways, I mean, if somebody can type in exclamation mark METAR and then Keflavik, then we're good to go here as well. Right. Now, we can not available. What? Ha. Cool. Well, it's not really in-flight requests. Well, there's not much you can do right now in here, I guess. Okay. Then we'll go here as well. Flight plan. Thank you much, Avimar. And then it says ATIS should be departure. Expect 10. I need to turn the laptop on. Hang on, didn't I turn the laptop on now? Oh, here. Haha. Right, laptop on, and now flight ops. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's loading. Thanks, Bruno. Cool. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, then we can put this here for the services, etc. Right. Let me quickly ask the tower what we can expect. 18.3. There we go. Keflavik Tower, good evening from Speedbird 566 Heavy. Oh, Super, actually. Oh, super.
Speedbird 566 Super, Keflavik Tower, good evening. Pass your message.
Speedbird 56 Super, which departure runway can we expect?
Speedbird 566 Super, expect runway 10.
Okay, expecting 10, and we would be ready to copy the clearance anytime.
Speedbird 566 Super. You're cleared to London Heathrow on the Oscar 1 Bravo departure over runway 10. Flying via SID, flight level 290. Set squawk 3232.
Speedbird 566 Supers cleared to London Heathrow via runway 10, the Oscom 1 Bravo departure. Climb via the SID, flight level 290 and squawk 3232.
Speedbird 566 Super, we're back correct, QNH 1000.
QNH 1000, thank you, Speedbird 566 Super. Just need to start SimApp Pro here. Good. Super duper. Yeah, squiggle down the clearance here on the Navigraph app, which is cool. So let's see. A few things should be working here on the. So it's very dim. I'm gonna increase the brightness there. Yeah, there we go. That's brighter. Cool. So 1000.
Jet to Tango, welcome to Keflavik. Taxi to stand 14 via Echo and November.
And 290.
Good evening.
14 via Echo November. Echo and November. Why Jet 13. Sorry, 2 Tango.
Airline 401. When airborne, monitor
Cool.
Unicorn.
That's
122
that. I guess weather radar's not yet implemented, so we're going to go with departure here.
5 knots, runway 10.
So flight plan.
Bye-bye.
Departure runway 10. SID is the Oscom 1 Bravo. Insert. So then we have our flight plan routing all around to Nugra, and then it should be the Nugra 2 hotel. Arrivals. So arrival runway. I'm going to go with 27 right initially. So ILS 27 right, and then the star first of all. It should be the Nugra 2 hotel, and there shouldn't really be a via. So we're going to put none there. Insert. Should be radar vectors for that. Good. We have 1,068 miles. Which hopefully will sync up with the flight plan. Yeah, 1,066, 1,068. Very nice, very close, like that. Good. So then flight plan, RATNAV. Let's check the departure. So Bruno said you can have good charts here. Charts. Oh, from, there we go. From. Good. Let's do that first of all. It's a bit crowded. Is there a way to get this moved around a bit?
White Jet to Tango. Taxi to stand 12
on the position
via November 13.
Requesting clearance to Heathrow.
Could you repeat that instruction for White Jet Tango?
White Star to Tango. Continue taxi to stand 14.
There it is.
Continue taxi to stand 14, White Jet.
Good, nice. Okay. So we can do that departure here. Oscom 1 Bravo to Oscom. There is 6,000 below, 7,000 below, 100 below, 130 below, and then climb by the SID though. Level 290.
Perfect tower.
So 67, 100, 130, all correctly programmed.
Departure, off of runway 10.
And
climb via SID, flight level 290.
then let's have a look.
30.
There's no performance calculator here, correct? So we do this via maybe via sim brief.
Bravo departure runway 10.
I think that's going to be
Climb via
easiest.
SID, flight level 290.
So we're going to take runway 1.
Wind 694.
381 point.
Windmill 694, read back
Is that
correct.
correct?
QNH 1000.
QNH 1000, wind me 694.
Is that correct? Performance. Zero fuel weight. Let's have a look again. So zero fuel weight was 340. 340. And MAN, what plane are you taking? CG is 35.3. 35.3. Enter, and the fuel is 42.3. So do 42.3. But I'm only going to take 1 ton of taxi fuel, not 1.5. 1 ton taxi fuel. And so we do expect a takeaway of 381.3. Wow, 381.3. 381.3. That we'll take that. We'll take flex, anti-ice. Yeah, no need for that. Automatic. Dry, wind enabled, improved climb disabled. Calculate. A3. Okay, so MAN, you better get a head start. Right, so we got flaps 1, flex 63, 30, 42, 50. So stop margin 154 meters. Okay, it's not that much. But we'll enter that now. Actually, let's do it this way. Performance. So we have a flex. That was 63. No takeoff shift. That is 130. 142. And 150. Right, now percentage for takeoff. Takeoff CG is 35.3. So we'll take 30. 35.3. Enter. Ah, I see, okay. Good. Transition, it says 7,000. Let's have a look here at our India Kilo Foxtrot. And we're arriving at London Heathrow. Oh, Mark, I'm not sure if it's still here. Mark, have you figured out the installation yet of that unit? Is it working? So we have NADP 1 actually for runway 1, it says. So we have thrust reduction 1670. So 1670. And acceleration is in 3170. Transition 7,000, and engine out acceleration is going to be 2,200, a bit higher on this side. And good. So secondary, I'm not sure, it's not working here, is it? All right, then we'll just leave that. Cool. Now, quick outside check, guys. I want to see how you guys, what you think of the absolute size. So we've got head tracking on, so I can walk around a bit and look around. Oh, MapX, I'm telling you. Same goes for charts and all kinds of paper stuff. If I look back at my starting time when I was the first officer, absolutely nuts. I mean, the things I had to fill out, the paper forms I had to fill out, I was like a secretary, really. So I was called first officer, but I was more the secretary of the captain. Oh, so it's got a flashlight That's nice. That's a nice feature. Look. Yeah, you get the idea, right? It's a big aircraft. An outside check will take ages here. That's just a huge task. Yeah, indeed. Nice. Okay, let's do the ground handling here. Let's go services. Let me close all the doors. Now, I'm going to start the APU though before we get the ground power disconnected for obvious reasons. Now, same deal. Army mind, indeed, yeah.
Request push and start.
Oh, close the door. Five as well.
Windmill 964, set squawk 3062. One set.
Oh, do I have to
Your
close it?
push
No, it's
is
closed.
And start approved.
Don't know why it was
Base south, QNH 1000.
That's closed.
Yes, squawk 3062 should be set now, so it's back to indicate for push and start.
Now we're gonna push. Where do we push here? Here, so taxi.
6-1.
Okay. So APU is a quick start there. APU is available. Okay, fine. Let's get rid of the external power here. Let's get rid of that. And yeah, briefing. Yeah, according to the departure route, up flight level 290 with restrictions. Let's pin that. The taxi chart. Airport. Now, we are parked here. And I'm going to have a look at... There's a special taxi chart for the code Foxtrot, so for the super aircraft. Now, we cannot taxi this way, so we've got to go facing north. November 1. November 3. November. It's going to be a weird taxi routing. But, well, also a challenge today with the taxiways and the huge aircraft. How do I arm the doors? Are they armed automatically? I would assume so, right? Right, let's do the rest of the items here. Let's do that. And then, yeah, now the slide's armed. Okay, cool. Let's do a first checklist here. Let's go... checklist. So, cockpit preparation checklist. Keep pins covers. Removed. Fuel quantity 42.3 tons checked. Bow ref 1000 checked 2 times. Let's set it here as well. 3 times 1000 set. Checklist complete.
Rapid on green 1578 plus I-4 move.
Good. Let's get the transponder.
Breland 578 Keflavik Tower, good evening. You are cleared to nuke on the Sorry 3 Bravo departure off of runway 10. 5 via SID, flight level 290. Set squawk 4103.
Clear November 43 Bravo departure. Time BIKF fit on 10. Altitude number 290. Squawk 403. Green light 578.
Huh?
Breland
Bruno,
578.
wind data?
Squawk 4103.
403
Is there wind data available here or not yet?
Breland 578, read back correct. QNH 1000.
1000, green light 578.
Speedbird 566 Super on the cargo apron, east apron, requesting push and start, please. Just average wind, okay. It's not that windy today, so it shouldn't be a big factor.
Speedbird 566, stand 121, push and start approved, face south, QNH 1000.
Hello,
Push start approved facing south, copy it, Speedbird
Due
566.
to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed.
So it's
and brakes
plus
are set.
11. The average track, I would say, is 140, 150. Yeah, let's do 145. Oh, actually, we can do plus, can't we? We can take plus, was it plus
Departure
plus
check
11.
completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Oh, tailwind. Tail 11. TL11. Enter. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Fantastic. Whoo. Nicholas, indeed. Yeah, that would help. Now, where's my gear view here?
Locking gear.
Where's my gear? Landing gear. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Let's save that. Okay, up we go. Up we go. Nice. Now we've got to tell them to face south. On the map. So we want to go. Hang on. Clear. I'm going to go here. November 1. Is that correct? November 1? Yeah, November 1.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push.
Normally, yes. So Bear
Due to
X.
icing conditions, please
Normally,
stand by
yes,
for
you would
engine
get
start
your
until
departure,
push is
your
completed and brakes
crossing
are set.
clearance with the departure clearance. Yeah, correct. Right, beacon is on. That's good. Let's do a checklist again. So the before start checklist: cargo brake released, takeoff speed thrust. It's 130142150 flex 63. That's the before start checklist complete. It's a map, yeah. It's like you can kind of manipulate your pushback routing that way with the map. It's a lot easier. Good. Oh, engine start. Hang on. Let's see. So let's have a look. Let's do the fuel pumps on, and then ignition start up here. Remember that. One at a time. Correct. No? You can start two at a time. Nice. Wow, okay. Let's start two at a time. Let's do engine 2 here as well.
Please set parking brakes.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Nice.
Unlocking gear.
Windmill 6994, request taxi.
Windmill 694, taxi to holding point, runway 10, via November 14, November, Charlie and Kilo.
Via November 14, November Charlie, Kilo, holding point, runway 10, with
It's taking a long time for the THR to come up.
Tow truck disconnected.
There we go.
Bypass pin removed.
Stop a second.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Thank you. Now the reason why I'm doing real time again is because I do want to see if we can see some northern lights today. I don't. So taxi out, Mapex. I'm not sure if it's a good idea under heavy weight to taxi out with only 2 engines. Taxi in, yes. I mean, taxi in, you know, reduced engine taxi in.
Keflavik Tower, good evening. Orange
Sure, but
but
if you taxi out with only 2 engines and you're heavy, I would imagine that potentially, you know, you need a lot of thrust, right? Right, so we are all clear. This flight deck is just
Orange 7.
Now, IRL, I was sitting here once.
Good evening.
I was allowed to land
Your clearance
here.
is to
A friend of mine was the
on
pilot,
Dallas
the
3
captain.
Bravo departure of a
So I was
runway
allowed to
10.
sit here on the observer seat.
Flying via SID,
and they approached
flight
to
level
Singapore.
290, set squawk 4122.
Confirm Orange 9
Good.
4.
Let's do the items here.
Orange 9471, you're cleared to Rio on a Dallas 3 Bravo departure of a
Nice
runway
sounds as
10.
well.
Flying via SID, flight level 290, set squawk 4112.
These wings are just crazy, crazy big. Blimey.
Rio,
Good.
Dallas
Then
3
we
Bravo,
want to have the AP
0,
off, obviously.
Climb by
Start
SID,
switch normal.
90, squawk 4,
That makes a lot of sense actually to have that on up here, right? That way, at least the captain doesn't forget the APU anymore.
471, reback back, QH 1000.
So, let's do the flight controls. Do we have the flight control page here? Oh, we do indeed. Nice. So we are full up. Look at the control surfaces. Good God. Full down. Full left.
Breland 578.
Yeah,
And
indeed.
start approved.
Full left.
Face
The
south.
rudders. Good God.
Tug release point.
Full right.
Romeo.
Good.
2,
Let's read the after start
QH
checklist.
1000.
So that can go off. Let's read the after start checklist. Anti-eye is not required. Is off. Pitch trim is set 36%. Checklist complete. That's easy. Speedbird 566 super requesting taxi.
Speedbird 566 super taxi to Holland Point runway 10 via the East Apron Sierra cross runway 19.
Via the East Apron Sierra, and we are cleared across from runway 19. Speedbird 566. Right, we already cleared across. Good. So we'll take taxi light on, and we are going to turn down the floodlight a little bit. Where's my
Orange 71 Alpha requesting
ambient. It's called ambient here.
Orange 71 Alpha. Perfect. How good evening. Your clearance is to Rio on a Dallas 3 Bravo departure of a runway 10.
I have to do one more thing. Brake check, and I have to do one more thing.
290. Set squawk 4122.
Hold on. Tiller. I've not set the tiller yet.
Clear to Rio de Janeiro with a takeoff runway 10.
There you go. Now it should work.
Departure Dallas 3 Bravo to flight level 50 and squawk 4122. Orange 71 Alpha.
Orange 71 Alpha, just confirm climb via SID, flight level 290.
Climb via SID to 290.
Still gonna have to say that I think we're blessed
Orange 71 Alpha,
in general with the sims that we have available.
QH1000.
The fidelity of these sims, and I mean Flyby Y being, you know, free mod as well. I mean,
QH 1000.
incredible. Just to have that kind of, you know, immersion and experience to fly this kind of huge aircraft.
And with mail 694, we are ready for immediate departure.
Windmill 60 when airborne, monitor advisory frequency of 122.8. Surface wind.
Good.
0523,
We've got the cabin ready, it
runway
seems. We
10,
have takeoff
bye-bye.
config norm.
Cleared for takeoff runway 10
Doesn't have
airborne,
weather radar,
monitor
so no
advisory
need to turn it on.
2.8, windmill 694.
Yeah, that's true, Mapex. Oh, yeah. Right, we've got to take a right turn at the end here. And... make sure we slow down a bit. I was just checking the building there. But yeah, we did make it around that. Oh, I know I'm cheating, helping myself with the... but I mean, it shows you how it is like a taxiing aircraft like this. The amount of oversteer you have to do. Good, we are allowed to cross 19 up there.
Green light,
Switch these strobe lights on. So 19 doesn't seem to be in easy. Doesn't seem to be in
5,
use.
7, 8 taxi to
So now we just go down.
runway 10,
Right, via
via
Sierra,
November 1,
all the way down,
November, Charlie and Kilo.
and then take a right at the end
November
to get to runway 10.
4 November Charlie and Kilo for Holland.
Let's concentrate on. I think that's MAN departing there. Nice. Let me just store that. Oh, hang on, it is. Okay. Good. So we do have that. Just not. That's true, right? Oh. Pilot right. Shortcut. This thing here. Nice. I've got such dry skin sometimes because of the heating being on all the time. It's kind of weird that we have here in northern Germany, we've had snow and pretty much freezing and below freezing temperatures for like 3 weeks now. Something I've not seen since 2009, 2010. Not quite agreeing. 30 knots, Jesus. I agree on that. I agree on that. So let's zoom out a bit more here. Yeah, but we've still got a bit to go. Minus 20 in Vilnius, good God, yeah.
Orange 71 Alpha, set 44122, 1 set. Your push at the start is approved. Face south. Start release point.
The Heathrow Emperor.
QNH 1000.
Push to start approved, release point 6.
What can I say? Alright, let me see my charts here. Oh, hang on. Something I've... Nobody complained yet. Give Osbot.
Orange 90471. Push and start approved. Face south. Start release point 9er. QNH 1000.
Push start facing south, point 9er.
We're slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. Let me get my Right, that's my departure chart. Fantastic. Everything's done. Checklist. Let me see. Checklist. Let's do the taxi checklists. No, hang on. That was completed. Checklist complete. Ah. Okay, let's do the turn here. Nice. And then what's the taxi checklist? Flight controls checked. Flap setting. Config 1 plus F. Radar. Okay, let's say it's on. And that's the taxi check is completed. What we can do is terrain mode on at least, right? And then we'll go set the scene to about 20 miles. Yeah, well, let's say 10 miles. And speedbird 566 Supers ready for departure.
Speedbird 566 Super, roger. When airborne, monitor advisory frequency on 122.8. Surface wind 053, 7 knots, runway 10, you're cleared for takeoff, bye-bye.
Fantastic. After departure, 122.8, runway 10, cleared for takeoff, speedbird 566 Super. Thank you so much for the service. See you next time.
Yeah.
Cool, so done that. I'll leave the lights as is. Approach sector was clear. Let me go sterile mode here. Multitasking as we line up. All right, are you all set? Are you all ready? I'm ready. If you're ready, we'll go. Takeoff. Exciting. A380. Here we go. Manflex 63 SRS runway over first blue. Thrust is set.
Greenland 578 behind the departing British Airways A380
100 knots.
runway 10.
Well, that's a fast departure. I guess we'll.
V1.
Okay, it's a lot below max takeoff weight. Nice rotation. Love that. Nice control import. Buzz ray.
Orange 71 Alpha, ready for takeoff.
Orange 71 Alpha taxi to holding point runway 10 via November 13, November Charlie and Kilo.
Go to holding point, runway 10 via November 3, November Charlie and Kilo.
Huh? Hang on, what am I missing? Why is there we go. So we're on NADP 1. So now we'll get into the thrust reduction. There we go. Thrust climb. SRS climb blue, and we're going to accelerate at 3,000 something. Put the autopilot on here so we look outside. Oh, beautiful. It's adding thrust. Interesting. Climb Alt Magenta. And let's switch to Unicom. Climb Alt Magenta 6,000. It is insane. The size of that wing is insane, I agree. Right now, actually be. I think that's some of the Blue Lagoon here, right? Hang on. That should be Grindavik, what it was called. Ah, here it is. Yeah, that's a blue lagoon there again. We have to ask Bruno. Is there a speed bump constraint? I'm gonna dial down the sim sounds just a tad here. Yeah, so you have an S speed marker there. It's a green marker. It says S. So when you go past that, and you're at flaps 1, then you go flap 0. Now, if you are at flaps 2 for takeoff, let's say, then you can, as you accelerate towards S speed, you will have the flaps slats to 1, and then when you go past the S speed, you put the flaps to 0. Yeah. Transition is in 7-0. So we have Al constrained, climb blue is armed, and according to the SID, we'll climb. Yeah, pleasure. Because of the restrictions, Aviamar, on the departure. So I usually just keep them accordingly. I mean, you can. I don't think it's wrong if you say, I've got nobody on TCAS. I'm going to climb myself. And just make sure I don't get in conflict with anyone. Let's go above here. Well, I'm a bit lazy, so if I stick to the you know, published SID, I mean, I'm off the hook, right? There we go. Thrust, climb, ultimate jet. And also, I can check these features, right? So whether or not it restricts the or it keeps to the restrictions. Speed unconstrained. And I have to admit, Bruno, performance is very nice. FPS performance. Yeah, I'd already talked to Bruno, who's also helping with the development here of the A380, and he said there's not many failures available yet. So I know it has a lot of failures listed, but it is just not maybe not correctly you know, simulated with the ECAM, right? So you got to be careful with that. I'm using the 4K version right now, Sapphire Wave, and honestly, I mean the visual. I'm using a 4K screen here, a big TV screen, and I would say the visuals are nice. Well, let's have a look for the bulk cargo heater. Okay, let's do that. Bulk cargo heater. Oh, there we go. Well, okay, that's nice. Showing the aft cargo there. Bulk heater. Condition. Bulk cargo heater fault. Clear. All phases. In-up systems. So nothing major. That did work. Let's go standard on the altimeter. We have. Standard set, and 100 below on the next one. So we have climb Alta Magenta again, 100. Close that. Alta constrained again. I don't know, honestly. We can monitor that, right? I mean, we can monitor the aft cargo temperature. So normally, yes, you have an additional heating system sometimes available, but nonetheless, what usually happens is that the warm air from the cabin gets diverted around the cargo compartments. And that also heats up the, or keeps the cargo compartment above a certain temperature. They won't freeze. I mean, it's probably not going to be too nice for them, but all in all, I don't think they freeze. The NSS avionics menu. Right, climb up Magenta 130. Give me a shout. Give me a hint where I find that. Avionics. That's nice. That's a cool feature. And then, so somewhere in here, systems. Oh, there we go. That's what you mean. Ah, that chart. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Out constraint 30. Right, that's the last constraint, and then after that, we should be good to go. I'll leave the seatbelts on for now because I'm not sure about the pitch. Right, climb blue and okay, so let's have a climb. Power, yeah, slowly coming in, nice. And for the cruise, let's have a check. Performance cruise. So we have Optum 410. Okay, we're gonna go 390 here. So we got 390. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's exactly 7 degrees pitch. Now 7.5 degrees pitch. So we're going to wait until we are steady below 7 degrees and then we can get the seatbelts auto. Auto. Why would the seatbelt signs be on still? Because automatically they should be off, right? Or is it 18,000 maybe? Hang on, let me just check something. Let me see if they turn off at 18,000 automatically. Sorry, Aviamar, what do you mean, what would we monitor? So the landing capabilities? I mean, if you have failures, yeah, you would check these tables. So even though, oh, you mean the 7 degrees? Oh, so yes, of course, yeah. Absolutely, because, you know, 7.5 degrees, there's a risk to trolleys, so the food beverages trolleys, they might tip over and injure people. So it has nothing to do with the altitude. Let's go. Nice. Let's check again. No more lights. Hey, Pshk, I don't know how to pronounce your name there. give me a hint how to pronounce your name. PSHX. Whatever. No. Whatever your name is, or you want to be called here. I try to be respectful in that manner. I want to make sure I call people by the correct name here. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Nice. You don't know too. TSH. It's still loud though, isn't it? Let me see if I can switch it, get it dialed down a bit more. So I know it has an audio setting here. Audio. So exterior master volume. So I'm going to go really low on that one now. Still loud. There's no change. Oh, really? No. You went solo flight today? Where? May I ask which country? Yeah, it may be a bit quiet here. But I can dial down the general sim sounds as well. Just have to dial them back up again later. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Alright, what am I? What's that? Piper 28, nice. And you must feel exhilarated. You must feel so great, because I remember my my first solos. Be it in the glider or in the props, the Bonanza. So yeah, congratulations on that. GG's, great achievement. So for me, I've got to talk to the. I think the vice president of that flying club tried to call me up, and I was not near my phone, but I have to talk to him because I don't need that many flight hours to get my PPL active again. But the thing is, I want to take maybe some more training just to get myself really comfortable flying these small aircraft again. So. First couple of landings, I'll be flaring like 3 meters above the runway, because I'm so used to 787 flaring. So, yeah, I think it's going to take me more than just 3 hours or something to get used to it again. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how once the instructor says, yeah, you're fine, you're good to go now on your own. It'll feel like a solo again. So it should be exciting. And Milchintoleranz, hallo, wie geht's? Happy Saturday to you as well. Right, let me see. All right. Oh yeah, I can imagine. So it's normal. Doing what you're doing with the solo, you're so concentrated, right? You're so focused on flying, so your emotions are put aside. A lot of people have that. So, for example, when you have your training and then you have an abnormal at some point, let's say an engine failure or something, then your brain has the training and is so focused on the procedures And then, yeah, afterwards, after everything calms down, your adrenaline goes. Then, you know, people start having emotional reactions. Yeah. Let's see. What time do we land? So we are expected to land at 23:56. Yeah, Zulu. I know it's going to be a bit later than normal, but I mean, I've got time. Yeah, I mean, what we could do, we could see if we could do a bit time acceleration. All right. Captain Chaos is private, so you know Cessna. So do plan to go into a flying club here near Bremen, and then fly Cessna 172s, and maybe you're gonna hire out something else at some point. Yeah. Yeah, so the cool thing is, for me, so we got friends all around Germany, and for me, something that I would love to do is just to, you know, to hop onto aircraft. Oh, we've got beautiful islands here as well in Germany, right? Be it the Baltic Sea or North Sea, and just take the aircraft out for a weekend, and I think so, yeah, Jacob, yeah. One thing I'm noticing, it's a bit oscillating. So it's like, you know, and pulling pitch a bit too high, then speed drops like crazy. Now it's slowing the nose, then too far again. So it's kind of oscillating as it's going up. Hey, yeah, Mapex. Thank you so much for the wishes, Mapex. And you have a good study. All the best wishes. Have a great weekend as well. Thank you so much for watching. A bit like Go Fishing app, but IRL. Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah. I love that Flabel feature, and also the cinematics. That's loud again, though. That's better. Right, let me check something here quickly where we have control. So in general, to my knowledge, time acceleration on VATSIM is okay, as long as you don't disturb anyone and there's no control area where you're flying it. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting actually. They have Shanwick open now, but as far as I know, we're not going through Shanwick. So we are actually going to go... Other way around, so only in controlled airspace with controlled permission. Okay, so I would have to log off in that case. There's still some control sectors open over the UK. So they have London Centre open. They have Heathrow ground and yeah, just ground open it seems. Oh really? Your wife gets to fly on the A380 soon? And you haven't had a chance. Oh. Maybe sometime in the near future, who knows? No, MAN, as far as I know from the routing, it should take us a bit more northern. Let me get my app out here. So let me get my app here running. So, yeah, so we can see with Baku is the boundary, you see. Right, so we're coming straight from Iceland to Scottish. Yeah, so yeah, we're not touching Shanwick airspace now. Thank you very much, Avimar, for that. So, pilot operating, they're simply using accelerated JSC function must continuously monitor their connection and ensure that they do not cause disruption to other account holders. If operating in actively controlled airspace, the pilot must have expression. Okay, there we go. So it is more like I described, right? So if you're outside of controlled airspace, you can go with time acceleration as long as you don't disturb anyone else. And if you are in controlled airspace, you have to ask controller for permission. Yeah, makes sense, right? Yeah. Take a much check up. Okay, there we go. Do I have any particular memory from my studies? You mean like or the training? I mean, yeah. I mean, of course, you know, I remember the situations in FENIX where we had to do air work, and then we had to level flight. You know, for the beginning of the training, and you try to keep you know, your altitude, but we had so many thermals, up and down drafts, that we were going between full power and idle power to stay level. And then people were throwing up on the back very, very frequently because people just got sick of all the thermals. And then the heat, the tremendous heat. I remember that we had flasks, plastic flask that I had a 5-liter water flask. It's a water container. And I emptied that in the training mission. So we had 4-hour training missions, 2 hours as a pilot flying and 2 hours as pilot, you know, monitoring in the back. And I drank 5 liters in 4 hours, and I still didn't have to pee. It was all sweat. It was just so hot. Yeah, and then they told you, drink, and make sure you get minerals, right? Because you're going to sweat a lot. And I remember that I had cramps really often, just because, you know, I was just sweating out, you know, the salt and minerals really fast. That was always a challenge. That was really a challenge. And I remember that one time I was on a solo flight to Tucson, and back then we had mechanical barographs. So you know, they were round like and pretty big as well, right? And so you put in actually dispatcher put in a piece of paper where it showed the time and the altitude lines, right? And then it will mark as you flew higher. It worked like a, you know, an altimeter, if you like, per se, right? It drew your altitude, and it would tell you, it would show your altitude levels and so on, right, over time. And I remember that on one of my solo flights, coming back from Tucson, I hit turbulence so hard. At some point, I was like negative G. Everything was coming up, and then slamming back down again, and that made a huge mark on the barograph there, right? And so I handed the paper back in after the flight, and I was just about to leave, and then the dispatcher, his name was Nate, and Nate was he was like 7 feet tall, you know, a bear really, right? His hands were like, you know, twice the size of mine, right? And he said, "Oh, wait, you come back." And he said, "What's this?" And I said, "Well, I had turbulence." No, this looks exactly like you were doing looping. And I was like, "You what?" He said, I'm gonna report you to the boss. You flew looping." And I was like, "No, you know, you're wrong. I hit turbulence." "No, I've been here in this job for so long," he says. And he did report me. So I had to go to the chief there, and luckily though, I mean, the cool thing is sometimes vitamin B. I didn't fly a looping, right? I wouldn't dare to fly looping in a Bonanza. And so I went to the boss back then, and interestingly enough, so the boss knew my granddad. So the boss, who was also a pilot, he's actually a flight student of my grandfather in Wunstorf near Hanover in Germany. So that was in the 50s actually. So a long time ago. Yeah, so he looked at me and said, "Did you fly looping?" And I said, "No, sir. You know, I wouldn't dare, as I believe you." All good. So he just dismissed that. But yeah, and his name was Kuhweide. He had a funny name back then. Kuhweide was known. He was actually an Olympic rower or something. And he won. I don't know, see if he won Olympic gold or something. Yeah, Willy Kuhweide. In 1972. Yeah. He got what did he get? He got Regatta-Segler. So he was driving boats. And he won gold in Tokyo 1964, bronze in Munich 1972. Let's see if it says anything on oh, there we go. So private. So Mr. Kuhweide worked as a pilot and later as a trainer for pilots for Lufthansa. And as pilot or chief pilot, he went to FENIX. In 1989, he took over the school there, and I was there in 1991. I was there in FENIX. And it seems like he's still alive, which would be. Hang on, is he still alive? He was born in. Yeah, he could be. Yeah, he's born in 1943. So yeah, he seems to be still alive. Wow. Yeah, so it's funny. So aviation in Germany back then, there weren't many pilots, right? So back then, most came from the military, and that's where most airline pilots also started their career in the military, and then they went into the civil area at some point. But yeah, that was quite fascinating. Yeah. Yep. So most people, you know, in case you're new here, yeah. So my grandfather was a pilot. My father was a pilot. I was a pilot. Well, I would say I'm still a pilot. Hey, Vikrus. Now it's getting sentimental. True. Vikrus, how are you doing? Vikrus, how's the temperature at your place? Blimey. We're getting all the cold air from your you know, from the east there. It's so cold here. Not had that much snow for ages. Let me get my floodlight on, pedestal flood a bit more, ambient light a bit more. There we go. Ah, that's better. It was a bit dark. -13 only. Good God. Yeah, we're going up Norway next week, so we're monitoring the situation there. But the good thing is the Atlantic. Well, I mean, Kirkenes at the moment is -18, but it's getting a bit warmer now, -13 over the next days. And then Bergen. Let's see, Bergen. Helsinki -15. Danzig is -15, yeah. That's still cold though. Oh, it's snowing in Wien? Okay. Well, I mean, come on, let's be honest. How much does it take to shut down Ireland with snow? Half an inch? I stayed in the UK for 2 years, well, actually 5 years. And in 2 years, it had a little bit of snow. It was closed down. Ja, ich sehe dich, Augenblick. just get my... Good. So let me check if we are actually near any aircraft right now, and then we will use time acceleration. So MAN, just as we were, maybe you want to do some time acceleration as well, MAN. And let me see, what flight level are you on? Also 39,000 feet. Ay, ay, ay. I tell you what then, MAN, I'm going to go 41,000, okay? So first climb up to 41,000, so that I don't disturb you. And then I need to check though what the key binds are for time. Is it called time compression or something? Time. Oh, it should be the EFB? Ah, okay, okay. Is it really? Oh, hang on. Hold on. Ah, you're right. Oh, cool. Oh, that's why SimBridge is not available. That's why I don't have terrain data. Ah, okay, okay. Right, number two. Okay, twice acceleration. There we go. Oh, you're right. I could do that in flow as well. Yeah, but I'd rather use the aircraft time acceleration. Is it working? Where's my clock? Clock. Oh, yeah, it is. It's working. Thank you, Bruno. Bruno, there was the question. What was it? Earlier on. I had a question. Oh, somebody just asked for reduced climb power. It doesn't have it, does it? And one thing I noticed, Bruno, during the climb out, it was oscillating quite heavily. It was chasing the speed quite heavily. I'm not sure if you noticed that as well. Hey, Mark. Here is Mark. Question for you, Mark. The unit that has arrived. Have you tried it yet? Have you had time? Hey, Fishcop. Have you stopped? You finished work today? And is it working, Mark? It is working? Yeah. No, so I was saying, Bruno, performance is nice. I have good performance now. All good, fantastic. Happy to hear that. Mach 1.8. I can see MAN is also using time acceleration, I think. Yeah, 2 aircraft, Mach 1.7. Or 1.8 or something. Yeah, 1.7, let's say. Oh yeah, so he is. MAN is also doing time compression there. Time 2 times sim rate. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Almost Concorde speed. Yeah, but you're right. I mean, right now we've talked a lot about things on the way to Keflavik, and since it's pretty much the same routing, the interesting part later on is the yeah, Mark. Well, I mean, you know, I've done it before with time acceleration over the Atlantic, I think, Mark. But yeah, I mean, you know, now is the not so interesting phase, and we talked about a lot of things today. So one thing we'll emphasize one more time later for the approach. We are going to go procedures and go for the approach preparations again, and then this time for the A380. Oh, Mark! I know you love the Speedbird, right? You would love. Actually, Mark would probably prefer us going half speed, right? So that it takes 4 times as long compared to what we're doing now. Oh, really? Fishkop. That is so Fishkop. Interesting. Yeah, that must be. So I can imagine Fishkop after the third one, like the third one comes in with my name, and then the fourth one he would say, "Come on, guys, this is a joke, right?" you've all seen yourself together, and you know, prior to coming here, you all said we're going to tell the doctor we are we all have the same name. Oh yeah, and let me see, Fishkop. Yeah, so I think we'll have a good chat maybe after I come back from my holiday, because then it's about 4 to 5 weeks until Lily start, and then we could think about some Plan B stuff in case the weather is bad for flying. It's so funny to see these aircraft just whiz around the sky there. Right, landing in about an hour 40, so that's about 50 minutes then. No, so we're flying to Bergen. No, we're taking Frankfurt and then Frankfurt-Bergen. Yes, going to Lelystad, yeah, FS weekend, yeah. I've been there last year and it was great. Looking forward to seeing and meeting up with people here from the community. Where the pilots, honestly, well, the funny thing is, I said to my wife, now that I've retired, I have to go somewhere where it's warm in wintertime. Just get some sunshine, right, and just get your mind off of the cold and horrible weather here in northern Germany. And so she, yeah, just tell me where you want to go, right? And then I saw this this YouTube video about a cruise around, you know, Norway, the west coast of Norway, there up to Kirkenes and back again, and I was like, whoa, that's nice. And then I said to my wife, okay, found my holiday. And she said, okay, so how far south are we going? I said, we're not going south. And she's like, well, you what? And I said, you know, we're going to Norway. And so you do realize that there's not much sun up north this time of the year. And I'm like, yeah, changed my plan. Yeah, it's Havila. Yeah, so we're taking Havila, not Hertigo. No, Havila. They have nice new ships, which kind of caught my attention. So yeah, so the thing is, let me just check my documents here. So we're kind of stopping at 32 ports in total. However, most of these stops are very short, like only 10-15 minutes. But there are some longer stops, and the bigger cities is where you're going to have some longer stops. So let me just check. So we're leaving in the evening, and there's a longer stop in Ålesund. So Ålesund, that's about 10 hours stop there. Oh, actually, you know what? No, so the cool thing is that ship is actually doing a fjord run. So it's going to Geiranger, Ålesund, Fjorden, and then back to Ålesund. But you could go out if you don't want to go do that trip around the fjords. You can just go into town for 8 hours and do some stuff there. Yeah, we'll do, Mark. Yeah, we're getting very close to the Russian border in Kirkenes, yeah. So then Trondheim has got only 3 hours. Interesting. So Trondheim 3 hours. Then a longer stop. Another. Well, it's still 2 hours 15 in Bordeaux. Then a 4 hour stop in Tromsø. So that's nice to have a look at the city there. And then in Honningsvag another 3 hours. Yeah. Now we are planning to do a sled ride, so with some sledge dock in Kirkenes. Yeah. Yeah. So Grain, we're gonna try and see. I'm gonna try to get some infos on that fjord tour as well. Yeah. Isn't that where they have the Seven Sister waterfalls, right? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, we have to do that as well. Yeah, for sure. And then they're going to give us a guarantee for Northern Lights. So that should be fantastic as well. Here we go. Here we are in Ratsu. Around the corner there. Brilliant. So a quick look here. ATC not yet implemented. But ATIS is. Right, so look update. That was information echo. Let's see if they have still some. Yes, it does. Fish Cop. Yeah. So what you could do, and we thought about it. You could get out of at Kirkenes and take a train back to Bergen. However, or back to Oslo if you wanted to. However, the thing is that on the way back you get a longer stop at different towns, or some different towns, and then we said if we do a cruise, and we want to get into that whole cruise feeling with, winding down and just enjoying, the time on the water, the coastline, the cities, etc. And then we say, yeah, we'll do the trip back as well, on boat. Now let's see. It's still sending, so we don't really have let's try this here as well. Oh, and Manchester got 80s. Nice. 23 right. Wet runway. 65. 180 at 4. That's nice. Light rain. Visibility. Seating is good. Even if we add 2,000 feet to that. Yeah, I would say no threats there. That's fine. So how come? Oh, there we go. Information hotel for London Heathrow. Arrival 27 left. Dry runway 160 at 8. 10 kilometers per 2,000 runway. Temporary ground is open. Okay, so according to our definitions, no threats there at the destination airport. So we can leave the final let's have a look here. The final fuel at 30 minutes, 4.7 tons. Yeah, so Grain, it wasn't our bucket list for a long time, but we thought we were going to do something else in the meantime before we do that. But now I say, well, why not? Why not now? Oh, there's a train from Bordeaux to Bordeaux. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know that a lot of people. So I've watched some YouTube videos on that, and then a lot of people that did the whole trip, so going back again to Bergen on the ship, they said that a lot of people are getting off at Bergen, sorry, at Gekkennis, and then going back, the ship was actually a lot less crowded. So yeah, so that's that we thought. Oh, sounds like a good plan. I will report. I'll take some cameras with me, trying to film some stuff, and afterwards I'll report. I could pretend to be an influencer, a travel influencer, right? So come on board, like, you know, film myself and do blah blah blah, right? And then maybe if a suite is available, you know, you get an upgrade or something, right? Who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Nanook, did I call you out?
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box infotainment experience. New subscribers should now pick up their pass to first class. Thank you.
Fly Sky Slow.
Good evening.
Good evening. Fly Sky Slow. Thank you so much for the 10 months. I hope you're doing well. Happy weekend. And Nanook, I'm not sure if I called you out for the 15 or 18 months in total. Nanook, thank you so much, and also for the kind words. Nanook, I hope you're doing well. Alright, we've got crossing traffic there. MAN, careful. Crossing traffic. KLM. Going to
Ladies and
Schiphol.
gentlemen, welcome aboard
But he's
the
at 370.
Captain Black Box infotainment experience. New subscribers should now pick up their pass to first class.
And Adam, hello to you. Thank you so much, Adam, for the 4 months in total. You're welcome. Happy weekend to you as well. I appreciate the support. Oh, hold on, MAN, are you not on? You're not on time acceleration, are you? Hang on. Now here we don't have that. Is that you, MAN? Yeah, it should be you. Right? 390. Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. So even though he's doing twice the speed, he's still slower than me. Yeah, you're right. Oh. I was actually thinking about taking 340 as well today for the return flight, but then I thought, nah, you know what? Yeah, he would be faster if he went 4x. Yeah. Yeah, so I thought, now I've not been in the A380 for ages. Yeah, I can see that as well, MAM. And the KLM should be no factor. The Air France coming opposite. He's going to Keflavik. He's at 350. Yeah, no factor as well. Yes, a lot of aircraft. Okay, man. Let me overtake. Okay. Yeah. Well, Vickers already did. I overtook him on the way to Keflavik as well. Normal speed, that is. So how do you compensate for limitation 2D screen, which prevents you from sensing that you're pitching up and flying towards an landing point? Yeah. So, I mean, it does pose a little bit of a challenge. That's why I'm saying that if you're flying IRL, landing aircraft IRL is actually easier compared to the flight sim, exactly because of the reasons that you're just mentioning. So you're on a 2D screen, you're missing that peripheral vision, right, as well. And so the whole idea about, being, in a 3D kind of environment. But I think it comes down to just adapting. Yeah, exactly. He said 370 over there. Adapting and just kind of getting a technique going that works for you. You know, when you start your flare or whatever, right? And how much you know, input you do in the stick or the yoke, and then yeah, you just adapt, right? But honestly, yeah, I do find it harder to do repetitive good landings here in the flight sim compared to the real aircraft. Yeah, hell yeah, Ma. Oh, come on. I've done bad landings here, so... And I don't have nightmares because of that. Right, so when shall we stop the time acceleration again? Let's have a look. So currently it's 22:36, landing at 23:48. Now we'll leave it running for a bit more. Oh, right, I think I've overtaken the MAN here. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, I have lots of excuses for a smash landing. But the thing is, sometimes... Yeah, that's true, Baby Boeing. I agree. Sometimes, you know, one of the big things I always had issues with Baby Boeing, and I'm sure you can relate, is on the first pattern, if the first pattern is a visual pattern that you're flying to get yourself acquainted with the sim, at the beginning, I always had a problem where, you know, I added thrust and started accelerating down the runway, and I could feel the slight lag between what you're seeing and what the simulator is doing. And it just felt so weird. Yeah, your brain adapts after a couple of minutes, but at the beginning, you notice that there's a lag, a kind of a computation lag, right? Hey, Brettson, how does the home flight sim compare to, say, time training in the company sim? Does the motion fixed over? Yeah, so, I mean, it's definitely as a bit more helpful having kind of a 3D environment there. With the screens around you, and also the motion. That's also a big thing, right? Yeah, one thing a level D sim can't do that well. At least not well, maybe the newest ones have become a bit better, but I always found that gusty crosswinds are very computed in the level D sims, meaning they're very kind of repetitive, all right, and not really as chaotic as in the real world. You know, gusty crosswinds in the real world, in my opinion, have always been a bigger challenge than the flight sims. Yeah, because many. My shelf is full with these books. Yeah. Yeah, baby books. I always do that. The same thing with clear left sides. Always look like, and then that's like, yeah, that's just a black wall there. But it's habit, right? I mean, yeah, Abimar. I'm getting a lot. So even today, in the first stream, someone came back and said it was Pilot 19. He wrote. That last weekend he flew in the A320 level D sim at Lufthansa Aviation Training, and he really enjoyed it. Yeah, but I tell you what, Aviamar, and I think a few guys that fly here in the you know, on the PC flight sims, if you are very proficient with, let's say, the A320 flight sim, then you know, by all means, go and try a level D, and then tell the instructor there that you have, you know, some good experience, and that, you know, you want to do this and this and this, right? Because it depends on what kind of time span you're booking. Let's say you're booking 1 hour. Be aware that you're going to be there with 3 people, right? That will be flying. So it's on the rotational basis, meaning that each one of you will only get 20 minutes as pilot flying. And then imagine you have a programming stuff, so the real hands-on flying is like maybe 10 minutes, which is nothing, right? So if you can, and you have the you know, funds available, then maybe do a little bit longer session, to do some fun stuff like do an approach in Innsbruck or you name it. You know all the interesting airports, right? Just to get the full experience, right? Hey Frankie. No, I don't think you need chase plane for the best sim experience. No, it's more for me. I've used chase plane in prepared, right, when it came out back then, and then I used it in Microsoft 2020, and now I'm using it here. It's just a matter of there's a couple of features that help you maybe more intuitively save certain viewpoints. But otherwise, I mean, like the things with the cinematic stuff or the flybys is not essential, no. By all means, right? So I don't think it has to do with getting the best sim experience. It's more a convenience thing. Oh, nice! I can stop descent here at that point there. Yeah, 1 hour flight time. So if you keep the acceleration, it's only 30 minutes. We're zooming. Yeah, Aviamar. You and again, try to prepare as good as you can. So think about what you want to do in the flight sim. Which airports you want to fly to, right? So the instructor, if he's good, he can set you up very quickly anywhere in the world, right? Be it 10 miles final, be it at the runway with running engines, whatever, right? They can do that. So they need you to tell them, if there's certain things you want to fly and certain airports you want to try out. Yeah, absolutely, Peter. If you're concentrating, and so here's the thing, guys, and I can promise you it'll happen to you as well, Avimar, and anyone that's who thinks he's very proficient, he or she is very proficient here in the flight sim on the PC. I can assure you that the moment you get into level D simulator, so actually as you walk in and you take the seat, you will be so overwhelmed with the impressions you're going to get. Maybe a little bit less if you're using VR here in the flight sims, then it's probably going to be a little bit less overwhelming. But if you're just using your normal monitors, and then you get into level D simulator, you're actually sitting there with life-size cockpit. It is overwhelming, and it takes a while for your brain to adapt and kind of snap out of that moment. Jacob, I don't think it would be on your own. I think there will be other people, and if not, the instructor can take the other seat. So, yeah, absolutely, Avimar. And again, that would be another reason to book a longer session. Yeah, Captain Chaos, right? I can imagine, yeah. Yeah, Bruno, I can imagine that as well, yeah. It'd be interesting for me to see. So, for me, now I've not been out of the flight deck for that long. It's been, only like 3 months now, 4 months, so it's not that long. But I wonder if it's like 1 year, a whole year, and then you go back into the flight. So I remember, funny story as well. So I flew the 737 as a captain for about 4 years, 4.5. And so that that was my workspace, right? I always hit my head on the overhead panel, getting in and out of the aircraft. I have many bruises and probably scars. Good thing I still have hair. I think if I was bald, I'd look horrible. I'd look like, I don't know. But the thing is that then I transitioned to the A320 And I remember that about a year after I went away from the 737, I caught a jump seat from Frankfurt to Bremen in the 737. And so I got into flight deck and I was like, what on earth is this? That's not the flight deck that I worked in. This is smaller. I swear. The flight deck that I worked in was bigger. So the displays, they were like, how do you see anything on those displays? Right? But yeah, it's just your brain just adapts after a while. Hey, Brenton, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true, baby Boeing. The worst ones were they were the the iris knobs. They weren't that bad, but there was one. Was it the I think it was a standby hydraulic panel. It has this covered red covered switch there, and I think that's the one I hit my head on most. And why that always hurt like crazy. Oh really? I missed that question, Avima. Yeah, so Avima, I'll get to your question in a second. Yeah, that's true. I should have worn a helmet on the 737. Peter asks, or tells that the FSX visuals were better than level D sims. Yeah, so I could tell you that the level D sims, the old A320 level D sims we had horrible visuals. What you guys have here in MSFS is 10,000 times better than anything else in level D flight sims. But the thing is this, the level D flight sims are not there for you to enjoy outside views, right? So it's just there to practice most of the IFR procedures, right? So, you don't care that much for the visuals, right? And no joke, my last mission in the 787, in the newest flight simulator that we had, we flew to Frankfurt and we broke out of the clouds, and that was like my first reaction, and I said it out loud. I said, this is not Frankfurt, because we were flying 25 left and there was a hangar between 25 left and 25 center, and I always went around because I said, hey, no, this is not Frankfurt, right? This is right. So I was like, and then the instructor said, no, it's a bug. And I said, you gotta be kidding me. Well, how much is the simulator? I don't know, $50 million? I would throw that back to them if it had that bad visual. And again, we took off on 1.8 in one instance, and there were buildings all around, all down runway 1.8 on the right hand side. I was like, who the hell programs the visuals here? Crazy. So yeah, so much to to the visual quality in level D sims. How do you manage to remember all the details from FCOM? Okay, so I have to say my brain is not the best when it comes to memorizing things. So for me, I always had to write things down, and I had to make little kind of pages, so like summaries, right? So sometimes I had cards, and then for the important things, I had card memories for my shirt, for the pockets, shirt pockets. So yeah, I had. Just make sure that we're not. I'm gonna go back to normal speed now, guys. Okay, so let's go back to normal speed because we are getting into more congested areas now. Yeah, let me do that. So normal speed. So remaining flight time is about 40 minutes. It's not that long. We have to prepare as well. Right, so yeah, so for me, again, I was good in you know, with experience, I was getting good in knowing what information is need to know, and what information is nice to know, and what are things I don't need to know, right? That way I managed to kind of filter out certain things. I'm 6'2". Is it 6'2"? So 1 meter 84. I'm not you know, I'm not that tall per se, but I'm not small either, so oh no, he's joking, Bruno. Oh no. But I tell you what, though, Bruno, that is looking better than our 787 sims, honestly. No, so Alimar again. It's oh, Fish got bought. You are 188. GG's. Yeah, again, it comes with experience, Avimar. And also on the time of, you know, from my captain's training, I learned everything. Oh, okay, no, 6'2" is okay. Yeah, Mark. Well, not gonna lie, and I've talked so many times about you know, the learning curve, the experience curve, and the knowledge curve. So you know, at the beginning, your knowledge curve is knowledge level is very high, but the experience level is low, and then the experience level goes up as you work, and then your knowledge level goes down. And so you have to revisit your books and documents, and that's why you have these half-yearly check rides as well. There was a big freeze. Okay. Not on my end. No dropped frames. Nothing there. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah. Must have been somewhere else in the pipeline. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it could be Twitch on Twitch side as well. You're not. You're 195? Oh no, you. Oh, okay, there we go. 6'2". Okay. Yeah. Hey Jeremiah, wie geht's? Good, guys. We're gonna go through our little document again. So preparation document, right? So let's get the weather really quickly. Let's go down here for that. Let me put that on this side. So that was from 2150. Let's go back. Let me do the update here. Update. See if there's anything new. Update. Yeah, there should be no reply. Then we'll fetch the weather. Oh, there's no more ATIS at Heathrow. Okay, there we go. So there's no more patrol at Heathrow. Okay, that's fine as well. But we saw no threats there. The same. It's still there, Aviamar? Not on my ATIS lists on D-Pilot. Okay, there we go. So let me get the METAR then. METAR, Echo Golf, Lima. So light rain, but good visibility. Broken 1400. And so, as we said earlier, we want to check if we have threats at the destination airport. So threats mean operational or weather threats, right? So operational threats would be low-vis operations, or like London Heathrow, delay expected, right? But today is no event. It's late. I don't think there's going to be much traffic into Heathrow, so there shouldn't be any delays. I don't see any threats in that way. Weather threats, the ceiling, the minimum it's going to be around about, what, 250, 300, or 200 feet EGLL, plus 4 will be 600, but broken 1400, no problem there. Visibility, more than 10, no problem there either. There's no wind gusts above 30 or crosswind above 25, so all good on that front as well. So we're going to leave the Plan B Manchester as it is. No worries, Jeremiah. So no need to change the final reserve fuel value from 30 to 45 minutes. We'll leave that at 30. Landing distance. Right. Question, Bruno. Do we have a...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Captain
that's really kind of you,
Black
Pod,
Box
for the gifting of the
Experience. New
sub to Jeremiah.
subscribers should now pick up their pass to first class. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, so no weather threats either. We'll leave that at that. And then landing performance. Do you use such flows in the cockpit? It's usually memory, Avimar, and quite often we have mnemonics. So, for example, like diff rips, right, for the Airbus preparations on the ground. You know, pilots may use different mnemonics for the approach as well. I remember that some people used one for the 787, but I always found it not really necessary because you know, there's certain steps and certain ways you go about it, and then you know you don't miss much. Good landing performance. So let me have a look here. Here we are. So let's do the. But Aviamar to say it this way, there's nothing wrong with using, you know, some charts, so some piece of paper or something, or a card to write it down. Oh yeah, and this is on the subscriber channel Discord, guys. I did upload the PDF file, not this one, but the longer one. So we will we'll land on. Let's see, where are they landing on right now? 27 left was the last.
Black box.
Good night too. Hang on, who said good night? Voyager, mach's gut, schönen Sonntag. Dankeschön. I will keep you posted. So we're going to land on 27 left, okay? 27 left it is. Now, flap setting. We did say for the landing flap setting, we should try to use the lower setting if possible, okay? So a good combination would be config 3, reverse idle and auto brake low, or use a brake to vacate somewhere further down. Now Heathrow though is got a speciality. Heathrow, so when you're on an event or if there's a lot of traffic inbound to Heathrow, they do expect to vacate the runway quickly, right? So don't overstay your welcome on the runway, okay? So in that case, it may be config full, auto brake medium, even. Right. But today, not much traffic. We'll go with config 3, idle reverse, and then auto brake to vacate somewhere further down the runway. And I'm pretty sure that we can do this. Got long runway. We'll take 3 brake setting. I want it does have brake to vacate, Bruno, right? Or not? I've flown the A380 for ages. Now, also I've put down, whenever you can, if the landing distance calculations permit it, use no reverse credit. I do, okay, thank you. All right, we'll try that, yeah. So optimum. Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll try that. Yeah, thank you. Runway wet. And then we'll use factored landing distance, in-flight method, calculate. Good, so it's telling us we need about 2,000 meters in that configuration, okay? Now, 2,000 meters means that we can vacate. Let's check here. We can vacate 27 left at November 6 would be best.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Captain
Alimar,
Black
thank you
Box
very much.
Entertainment Experience.
Let me see.
New
So let's
subscribers
go.
should now pick up their pass to first class. Thank you.
Charts here.
Time for me to drop off. Still healing after being sick for 2 weeks. Thank you so much for such amazing edutainment today.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
very wonderful vacation in Norway.
Very kind of you, Avimar. Thanks for the 9 months. And I understand. And I wish you all the best. Have a great, relaxing Sunday. Thank you so much for your support. Right, 133705. 133705. Let's dial up the sounds again.
Executive. Control 814, flight level 200, approaching Alpos.
EGLL on the control descent, flight level 140.
Descend 140, EG814.
London, good day, Ryanair 85 November. Ryanair 85 November, on control, back doing RS 23 right. Sliding 025, descent altitude 3,500 feet, QNH 998 hectopascals.
No.
0 to 5, 2.5.
No, time acceleration is off.
998 and factors for the 23 right, Ryanair 85 November.
Wow, that you scared me there for a second. London, good evening. Speedbird 566 Super, flight level 410.
Speedbird 566 on the control, no grid 2 hotel for Heathrow.
Can we have information hotel Heathrow? 566 Super.
London, good evening. Bravo, Delta Alpha, Bravo, Mike Whiskey, would you
That's a new good hotel.
Delta Bravo Mike Whiskey, London, Squawk 6006.
Squawking 6006, Delta Mike Whiskey.
London, good evening. Windmill 694, flight level 390.
Windmill 694 on the control. Nagra 2 hotel arrival for Heathrow.
Yeah, that was the Nagra, not the Nagra 2 hotel.
Nagra 2 hotel for Heathrow. Windmill 694.
Right, let me see.
That's Mike Whiskey.
Yeah,
ready
so
to send flight level 180.
we did have a look. Let me go
Ready,
back to
flight level 180,
flight
Delta
ops.
Mike Whiskey.
You want to go to...
Yeah, London Control, November 15 Echo Zulu, profile 550, not sure if it's too close to the border for you.
So let's do star.
The 5115 Echo Zulu, Roger, you're
So there we go, that's your arrival then. And that's
Alright, just making sure, thank you.
taking us to Bovington, and then from there I would expect some radar vectors for the approach. 27 left. Now let me see if I can pin that.
Shuttle 12 kilo, turn right,
That is
right,
pinned,
heading
and then
010
the
degrees.
approach.
Descent altitude 5,000
27
feet,
left,
QNH
ILS.
998 hectopascals.
That's
Riding 010 and descent onto 5,000 feet, QNH at 998 hectopascals, Shuttle 1 kilo.
Confirm turn right, heading 320 degrees.
Correction, turn right, heading 320 degrees, Shuttle 1 kilo.
there we go. So, now this would only be, there are transitions.
Delta Mike Whiskey, route direct to Kudon, Kilo Uniform Delta Oscar Mike.
I'd like to Kudon there for Delta Mike Whiskey.
Run 85 November, turn heading 260 degrees, cleared ice approach, runway 23 right. 260 degrees, cleared ILS to 2 right, for
So that would be via Bravo November.
TZ 814 descent.
So that transitions.
Apologies, broke up on that flight level, EG814.
So just in case we don't have control there,
70
without radar control from Bravo November, Bovington, we would fly this. We'll see.
Thunder Control, hello, Blue Max 179 Victor, flight level
Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. So I was just going to check the exit there.
Roger, bug up 1 Sierra.
So, yeah, November 6 is fine.
Bug up 1 Sierra, thanks.
So let's try that again. So let's go to plan mode. Then we're going to zoom in. Airport select. We're going to take London. So
Shuttle 13 Kilo 10
display
right,
the airport.
040 degrees, descend altitude
And then
3,500 feet.
040 degrees, descend down to 3,500
we'll take 27 left. Now, runway wet. Interestingly enough, it tells us that for dry, we could take November 5. But interestingly enough, for runway wet, and it did complain about the difference in the runway, which is correct. Very clever little box it is. So 27 left. RS 27 left.
Speedbird 556 comes up under control 127.105.
Neutral to hotel. Like that. Insert. Good. Okay, so now.
Speedbird 566 comes up under control 127.105.
127.105. Cockpit Speedbird 566.
On control, platoon and Charlie with you inbound uptake.
Let's dump the sounds again a bit more. So quiet. London, good evening from Speedbird 566 Super flight level 410.
Speedbird 566, London control when ready, descend to flight level 290.
When ready, descend level 290, Speedbird 566. Good, so we are now, look at that, top descent coming up, thrust idle, descent out blue.
Ocean 2, Quebec, descend altitude 2,000 feet.
So we've done the exit, November 6. So then we're going to arm the brake to vacate. Here's a rotary button, not push button, so we have to, now we've got brake to vacate armed, which is nice. So let's go back to arc mode, increase the range a bit.
2 Quebec 10, road 055. Sorry, what was the head for?
Fish Cup. I heard Sven is streaming tomorrow. Yeah, you're in best hands tomorrow.
Easy 46, X-ray Charlie, taxi stand 4 to right via whiskey.
So let's get some speed brakes out. Try and get back on path there.
40 right via whiskey for easy 46 X-ray Charlie. Thank you much, HC. Have a good evening. See you.
Right, 4 November from the 7 flight level 140. Sorry, 110. Resume my navigation directed at SU.
Cool.
Good evening.
Right, so we've done that. So we decided on config 3, idle reverse, auto brake, brake to vacate is set. And then the next item.
Ocean 2 Quebec right, 110 degrees, one localizer established, runway 15, descent glide path. Right, 110,
The next then is to set the approach minimums as well.
Speedbird 566, descend flight level 200.
Speedbird 566 down 200.
Easy 25 Papa Lima.
So let's do that. Let's go performance.
Level by over.
So speed brakes back in. So for the approach.
Sorry, I said easy. Shanx 25 Papa Lima, when ready, descend flight level 200 to a level by
I don't see any more ATIS for Heathrow, strangely enough. So let me get the latest METAR.
Alpine 32 Lima Mike, descend flight level 140, level by Upton.
And so it is 170 at 8.
London Control, good evening. Windmill 694, flight level 390.
Windmill 694.
Temperature 8.
When ready, descend flight level 290.
When ready, descend flight level 290, windmill 694.
Ocean 2 Quebec, runway 15, cleared to land, surface with 170 degrees for them. Runway 15, cleared to land.
Ground opened, okay. You're right, 11705. Good, minimums. So let's check the minimums here. Approach.
Caution 694, continue present heading, report that heading.
So we are super
For
duper,
windmill 694.
but it's all the same, 280.
A7, heading 165. Alright, windmill 694, heading 165.
And config 3. That is set. Transition level, yeah, it should be 7.5. So we take that 7.5 in here. Enter. And fly Robin, hello. The A380, yeah. Lots of them still flying. Good. Still a bit on the high side. Get some speed brakes out again. So we've set the minimums. And then, yeah, check the MSA. It's 22 northwestern side, it was 21, so 2,000, well let's say 3,000 is going to be safe. There's path again. So 3,000 would be safe, even 2,500, and we're going to descend out of 2.5. We have inbound 268, minimum 280, and then the missed approach, we'll try to memorize that initially. We're going to climb 2,000. He's calling him ocean all the time instead of windmill. So straight ahead into passing 1080 or 0 miles from the ILS, whichever is later. Left track 146. And when established on the track,
Ocean 694, direct to orbit.
I think Emin is just ignoring him now. Yeah, go on.
Direct to orbit with me 694.
So 6 mile London and then climb 3,000, but initially 2,000 feet only. And then taxi off November 6, and then we'll see if we get which taxiway we're going to get on the southern side. Let's just see here. It's going to be either
Summit 566, descend flight level 150.
Descend flight level 150, speed bread 566. Good. So we try to memorize the MSA, the missed approach, and then the initial taxi routing as well.
Walker 3630.
Alright, so now that we've done everything, anything else? Special threats? Hey Apollo. What? 9 left? You're joking. Hang on.
London Navigation Sunset 350, direct 400, expecting the Separate Golf for Gatwick.
Just like in real life. Just finished briefing.
2 stations there. I think the first one I heard was
and everything's
530
new.
Papa. Temperature Golf arrival for Gatwick, descend flight level 220.
Temperature Golf 220, Sunset 350, Papa.
Cool, just call it number.
Right. India. Yeah, 9 left now. 7.5. It is 8 degrees.
Juliet, time 1 Bravo arrival.
102 still. Okay, the rest remains the same. Now the only thing we have to change and recalculate is the landing performance. 250. Let me go 250 here.
Agent 656 under control.
Rest remains the same. Long runway, flat 3. And brake to vacate we have to do as well.
0694, descend flight level 150.
Oh, you're right.
Descending flight level
Let's go direct. Yeah, thanks, Bruno.
Whiskey
So
694.
direct Zopit. Direct Zopit. Thanks, Bruno.
Ryanair 72 Romeo Romeo Venus 1 November, descend flight level 290.
Descend to 290,
Right. Then we'll do the landing
Control
calculations.
monitor 122 flight level 350 and
So same thing, about 2,000 meters, right?
Stand by.
Nine
Ryanair
left.
Christian Alpine
Yeah.
32
No
away.
change. We'll leave that
Monitor
as is,
122
flat 3.
decimally.
Then we'll use the brake to vacate as well. So let's go again to
Blue Max 179 Victor under control, expect flight level 110 level by Venus, descend flight level 150.
Descend flight level 150 and expect 110 level racing Blue Max 179 Victor.
So let's do that. And then for the exit, 9 left.
Ocean 2.
It's about Alpha 8.
Taxi,
Well, let's take
runway
Alpha
fresh
7, shall we?
full, Right.
Yeah, for
Charlie,
runway it's going to be
left
Alpha 7.
Yankee.
Select exit.
Stand for right Charlie, left Yankee.
I'm trying. I guess maybe Alpha 5? Yeah, I did select runway 9. So that's selected. How come I can't select the
Timbit 566, descend flight level 90.
Speed at 566, descent 90.
Lift Amsterdam 221, descend flight level 150.
Right, we've got alpha constrained here.
Lift Amsterdam 221, correction flight level 160.
Sorry, 160 on the total.
Ryanair 72 Romeo Romeo, descend flight level 220.
Let's go down 90 over descend. And 220 knots. Alpha 6. Oh, there we go. Alpha 6. Okay, it takes Alpha 6, which is fine. So it's got 2,000 meters. I'll take that. Brake to vacate again. Is armed. Cool. That is done. Then we want to do the following as well. Just get rid of that pin here. And then we're going to go with 9 left ILS. Get that pinned. And then the minimum here is also 280. So that can remain 280 as well. Now we've got the next restriction coming up at the next waypoint. 220 knots. So let's start dialing down 220 knots. Light rain, runway wet. Bruno, is there a dry wet selector here? Probably not. Or is it in the FMS? Hang on. Performance.
Ryanair 75 Golf Juliet when ready, descend flight level 300, level by 24.
Okay, no, just the lines. Okay, cool. Thank you, Bruno.
Okay, I'm ready, descend flight level 300, level by just Ryanair 75 Golf Juliet.
Speedbird 566, monitor 122 decimal 8.
22.8, thank you. Speedbird 566. Right. Okay, there we go. No control anymore.
Walker 36.
So I assume it's probably the best to fly this standard and not really shortcuts, so other traffic I'm not going to get confused. Let me put this to below. But I mean, then again, if there's no traffic around, I don't see why we should. A-Quote Magna. Although, I tell you what. Steady on. Right, let me get the rat nav here. Let's take let's see. London. $23 miles. We're a bit high as well for the approach. So I'm going to take the speed brakes and just continue on the arrival. Yeah, Real Dog Fan, thanks for the information. Yeah, let me just continue on the arrival initially because we are still a bit high in the profile as well. 15 miles, 5,000 feet. Yeah, I'll take that. Good. Let's get the signs on. Let's get the landing lights on. Run through our cores in a minute. Let's get the ambient floodlights off a bit. Oh, hang on. Around. Yeah. Right. No, ground's just telling me that the runway has changed to 9 left. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Fly like you stole it. Yeah. Indeed. Beautiful. Let's go outside. Hang on as well. Oh, really? Okay, Jacob. Well, that makes sense then, yeah. Yeah, if someone just landed 27 left, then yeah. 100%. Let's do that. Approach phase is already active. Now we're slowly coming back into the path here. Yeah, hopefully we'll get some nice views here. Well, we're flying past Windsor Castle now. That's a little highlight to look out for. Let's get the speed brakes in, and so apparently you have to maintain 7,000 on the arrival. 6,000. Oh, that's a challenge to get down from 763. 5 miles. Let's get some flaps out. Flaps 1. Yeah, it's just the slats out now. Hope the wind changes. What's a favorite? I don't have a single favorite aircraft in the sim, to be honest. It's just there is, you know, just so many good aircraft, interesting aircraft to fly. So I don't have a single. Oh, hang on, I've got to get altimeter. 100. Oh, roar. That's why the It is 1 plus F. Strange, yeah. That's why it's got transition 7.5. Hey buddy, it's dear. So that's, you know, that's why it's not 7 or 6.5, it's 7.5 because they're low pressure. Let's pre-dial 6,000. That out-constrained descend. Okay, thanks, Google. So about 210 knots, it does bring out the flaps as well to 1. Okay, so a bit different. Yeah, Google, thank you much for the explanation. Yeah, so that's a bit different compared to the Airbus 320 series. Yeah. Oh, you sick, buddy? Oh, cool, buddy. I'm happy to hear that you're happy with the PC, and I think you're right on time, right? I mean, the you know, the RAM prices now crazy. I actually found some DDR5 RAM in one of my drawers. I don't know where I got them from, but they must be worth millions now. Here we go. Descend out blue 6,000. I'm rich. I am, guys, non-standard, okay? Non-standard, I am going to leave the reversers inactive. Because I have a feeling that when I go into reverse, something happens. It goes into go-around mode or something. So somewhere there seems to be a keybind. And it happens with the wind wing throttle quadrant. Or the wing control, it's now. So I've got to see if I can get that fixed at some times. Right, out blue. Right, out constraint. Let's try that. Hold on. And let's descend down to 3,000. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go down. Right, we've got thrust idle percent 3,000 blue. Ooh. Oh, there he is. Engine anti-ice, it's not automatic here, is it?
Currently number 2, going to extend downwind for separation.
Okay, that's very kind. Speedbird 566 Super. It's just 5 miles north of the Centre Line 9 left to Heathrow, and currently 13 miles away from London Heathrow.
Copy, no problem at all. 566 mile extended inwind for you.
Perfect, appreciate that, thank you. Yeah, so 3,000 should be no problem now. I'm going to go with a bit of speed. No, I have a feeling. So the thing is this, right? I think I know what it is. So when I pull my reverse levers, and I actually physically put the thrust levers into reverse, it kind of does the opposite. It slams the thrust levers to the torque notch. I should have been 3.5, but doesn't matter. 3,000. Let's keep 3,000 here. It's interesting though, why, if I'm in selected mode, why is it showing that in magenta? Interesting. Because I didn't use, didn't manage to send there. Now it's 3,000. That's strange. Good, let's get the LS key on. India Alpha Alpha is identified. And then let's press the bridge button. We have glass blue, lock blue. A purple flash? I'm not sure. I'm not dropping any frames or anything. It's maybe it's going in and out of clouds. Right, lock star. Here comes flaps 2. All fine. Thank you much for the feedback. Yeah. Oh yeah, Bruno. Sorry. I tried one.
Something base now for 09 left. Heathrow traffic.
Heathrow traffic. Speedbird 566 is now on a 9-mile final. ILS 9 left in Heathrow. Right, slope 3000. No, we're going to set 2000 for the initial missed approach.
Heathrow traffic. Speedbird 446. Holding Alpha 13. 09 left.
Heathrow traffic, windmill 694. We are gonna extending as well the downwind for the
2500.
Yes, check.
09 left, but
Zola,
it's slightly enough.
it is a murky night, right?
And we should be number 3 behind the
speed managed.
566.
Is coming down.
Thank you, sir.
And flaps 3 final setting. Let's arm the spoilers as well. Checklist. So we have that was finished. Let's checklist. Approach checklist. We have bow ref 1002 set, minimum power 280 set. Auto brake to vacate, checklist complete, and then we'll do the landing checklist. We have landing checklist complete. Good. Let's do some hand flying, shall we? Oh, tower's online. Everything at the same time. Yes, I'm trying. Give me a second.
Speedbird 174, turning for extended finals, slowing now to 180 knots.
Speedbird 446, Heathrow Tower, Roger.
And Heathrow Tower, good evening from Speedbird 566 Super on the ILS 9 left.
1000.
Speedbird 566 Heathrow Tower, hello. Surface wind 190 degrees 7 knots, gusting 17. Runway 29 left, clear to land.
Copy, line left, clear to land. Speedbird 566 Super. Right, let's do that. So we got that done. Auto thrusters off. Clear to land. And flight. That's a lot of stuff to do here. Yeah. Let's see how it lands. It's raining cats and dogs as well. That doesn't do anything.
I've got a Cafe 254 approaching Holy Point Rabbit.
400.
Cafe 454. Heathrow Tower, hello. Continue, link 56. Hold Alpha Bravo 13.
Continue link 56, hold Alpha Bravo 13, Cafe 54.
This weather, blimey.
Heathrow Tower, hello.
12 knots crosswind.
Minimum.
Continue. Wow, that wind change.
5 Bravo, Heathrow Tower, hello. Roger.
Oh!
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
My stick doesn't work, go around.
Retard.
My stick didn't work. Was right. Gear up.
Seabird 44.
My stick doesn't work.
Alpha Bravo 13, line up, okay, 09 left.
Autopilot. Stick doesn't work. Crying out loud.
Sorry, was that for Speedbird 446?
Speedbird 446, take up.
Oh, sounds. Okay, but why did it happen? Let's go flaps 1 here. Speed about 566 Super Sonibus approach.
Version 5 Bravo, link 56, hold November, correction.
My stick doesn't work at all. I can't even change the viewpoints anymore.
Continue taxi, link 56 and hold Alpha Bravo 13.
Let me reset the stick here. I've never had that before.
566, monitor Unicom 122.8 until established.
Copy it. Until established 122.8, speed bird 566.
Pull up.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Come on.
Seabird 446, surface wind 190 degrees 7 knots, gusting 17, runway 09 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 09 left, Seabird 446.
Let me see if it recalibrates itself. Blimey. Yeah, I've got to try it this way. Hang on.
Pull up, don't sink. Pull up, don't sink. Pull up, don't sink. Pull up, don't sink.
100 above.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Runway
Don't
too
sink.
short?
Don't sink.
What?
Don't sink. 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 Don't sink.
Oh, it shut up. Nice. Thank you.
Seabird 174, Heathrow Tower, surface wind 190 degrees 7 knots, gusting 17, runway 09 left, clear to land.
Copy, wind's clear to land.
No, so I've got to log off here because
London Tower, good evening.
so it's not responding. So I can feel the stick shaking. FlightSim best, yeah. Can't do anything. The stick is shaking like crazy. I'm going to restart the app, the Moza app, and then yeah, it's not responding. Yeah, but Captain Chaos, no. So there's a problem with the stick. It wasn't the wind.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make
So I can feel the stick is kind of vibrating for some reason, and then it doesn't respond.
Flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
He's Scotty Dotty. He came at the right moment.
This sounds like it is going well, lol. Hello, Black Box. Hope you are well.
With so close to destination, so close to landing, and now things are going crazy. What's happening? Right, I'll try again. No, it's vibrating like crazy. Oh, now it's stopped vibrating. Hang on. Hang on. No, now it's vibrating again. Yes, I have no idea what's going on, to be honest. Flaps are 1 plus F. Let's go heading. Yeah, I saw the yaw moment as well. Strange. Alright, just gonna go manual flight for a second. I just want to see if the stick is now responding. seems to be okay for now. Yeah, let me activate the approach phase first of all. Approach. Activate approach phase. Then flight plan. So where are we? Yeah, now we can go direct to... What a wind experience. Okay, so nav. Hey, Avimar. So, Scotty Hardy, thanks so much for 58 months.
Welcome
And
aboard the
Kerry,
Captain Black
Vegas
Box
for 5 months.
Entertainment Experience.
Weird.
New subscribers should now pick up their pass to first class. Thank you.
You have an issue where sometimes the roll is completely useless on low level. I don't know the problem. I don't know exactly when the stick started to vibrate. And let me see if I have anything on there with force feedback. Flaps, no. Flap motion, no. Gear motion, speed brakes. I have no idea. I honestly don't. Hey, Crew Simulation. Yeah, we just had a spicy moment here in the A380. It's just short final. Now I'm wondering though if it was wind induced, where I don't know exactly what the wind or the airspeed did. But normally you do correct, right? And so I tried to steer. I remember that I steered left, and it felt weird on the stick because there was some resistance there, and then the aircraft just didn't respond. Yeah, really strange. Yeah, Scotty, I hope so too. Kind of weird. Yeah, my stick doesn't. I mean, like, imagine having that in real life. Good God, that's scary. Reconnect. Now we'll leave it offline. I think if we mess up again, the tower will be annoyed. So let me have a look here. Heathrow. How do I get the FDR? Captain Chaos, I know that I used some rudder, yes, but I don't think that was the issue, me using rudder.
2,500.
Hey Nathan. Right, let's take Alpha 6. There we go. And then let's go put this to brake to vacate. Fantastic. How do I get the file that you need? Normally people say my voice is younger than what it looked like. Oh dear. Yeah, it seems like Flabber never fixed the plane banking in the opposite direction.
2,500.
Unresponsive control inputs during final. Really? I can't recall ever having that issue. Not in the A320 and not in the A380. Kind of strange. We'll see. We'll try again.
2,500.
Yeah, we're a bit lower than normal. All right, let me just shortcut a bit here. Here comes flaps 1. Slowing down.
2,500.
Let's go direct to... Final fix. And pulls in. Oh, that's not working yet. Okay. Go down 2,500. Flaps 2, speed is checked. Flaps 2.
$2,500.
Is there Bruno or anyone else? Is there a acceleration feature for the knobs here? Is there a way to stop that? Right, we got glass in the blue, lock blue, land 3, autopilot 1+2. Captain Chaos, don't let Mark hear you. Okay, in the work folder, you find the FDR. Okay, I'll try Gordo. Okay, no promises, but I'll try to get that that file. And Mark's taking notes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right, I'm sitting a bit low here as well. Gonna do some hand flying here, guys. Just gonna go and lower the gear. Auto thrust off, flight director off. Just gonna hand fly it now. Flap 3. Speed is managed. So I can see landing, checklist landing, no blue. Brake turret is armed. Fantastic. There's the runway. Mark, no, I think I failed that one. Especially with auto thrust off, right? Alright, let's see. So tailwind now, 14 knots.
1,000.
It's kind of weird, honestly, from the weather side. I mean, it's not impossible to have strong. Now the wind is shifting, but at the moment I can steer the aircraft. It's fine. So it is responding. So it is responding that way.
Above. Minimum.
Continue. $50, $40, $30, $20. Retard. I'm not touching the reversers. Just let's see if brake to vacate is active. There we go. Now brake to vacate is active. Not touching the brakes, not touching the reverser. and it was. I think it was November 6. Alpha 6. So there we go, it's drawn the cyan line there, Alpha 6. So let's reach at 45 knots, looking good, like manual brakes.
Auto brake off.
Yeah, that's fine. So this Alpha 7 and the next one will be Alpha 6. So that did work, okay. It was a bit stuttery at the end as well from the scenery, but yeah. It still felt a bit weird. But, okay, well, I would have to do more testing. It feels... Yeah, and my seating position is awful as well. Blimey. Well, at least we didn't crash this time. Right, let's go this way. Well, yeah, the first touchdown on the first approach there. Yeah, that was a lot of stress on the landing gear for sure, 100%. But I mean, I'll give you that. It got me sweating, you know, first time for ages in a flight sim. Just not being able to do anything with the controls. How weird. But at least the thrust commands worked, so we'll take that, leave that on. Goes off. Get the APU on. Spoilers reset. Flaps are up. Then we'll have the TCAS standby. Radar is off anyways. It noted the first touchdown, minus 1,000 long. Oh, terrible, terrible. Alright. How about I getting nightmares now? After that experience. That should be right. And, yeah, also, I'm not sure why that viewpoint is so... That's better, isn't it? Yes, I do fly a VFR at a sim sometimes. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah. Abimar, we're still here. Okay, Abimar, take care. Have a great Sunday. I hope you have a nice, relaxing Sunday. Yeah, here, I mean, in Keflavik, the performance was okay, FPS performance, but right now, I did notice that the A350 earlier on had better performance, I think, compared to this now. But it's just one of those things. It's alright, it's not bad. 60 FPS, but it's kind of jumping between 50 to 60. I think that's what's causing the little stutters. Do you think that could have been wake turbulence? Okay. I'll check if wake turbulence is on or not. But that, you think that way, because the wake turbulence, my stick inputs didn't count or didn't register? Is that what you're saying? Possible. But hey Peter, take care. Thanks for watching. Have a great Sunday. Thank you so much, Peter. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Have a great Sunday. Yeah, like I said, several times, several occasions, all the stick inputs just didn't work. So there's no response. MAN, yeah. Some big flight sim drama that just happened. But yeah, it could be down to the flat stick just having a fit. You never know. Right, let's go 534. Let's take this. Yeah, let's park here. Another thing, guys. So one thing I think could be possible. You know, I have 4 viewpoints on my flight stick, right? So here I've got a 4-way switch to allow me to change the viewpoints, right? And that was not working. So I have a feeling that, yeah, the flight stick at some point was disconnected. So it could be an issue with that as well. I didn't hear the USB. You know, it gives you a little sound when USB disconnects. I didn't hear that. I don't know. You have some of the winding stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure. Again, maybe those files, the recorded files, will show something. We will see. Anyways, guys, this concludes today's 2 flights, which I did enjoy nonetheless. Hey, stick figure. So now comes the sad thing. We're gonna be, well, I'll be away for almost 3 weeks now. So the next stream is planned on 19th of February. Okay. Now, in the meantime, I know we have some wonderful streamers here as well. So you'll be in good hands anyways. Dieter, dankeschön. Oh yeah, I'll make lots of pictures from the food. They got fish, a lot of fish for sure. But I'm sure they got some other things as well. Dieter, vielen Dank. Empty Cross, thank you so much. DFDR data. Yeah, so Jacob, I already got some information. I'm going to search for the files and then send them off to Google. Yep, we'll do that in a minute. Cargo pilot, give me a hint. What did you fly? Bruno, I will do so, Bruno. Thank you much for the offer. Thank you much, Bruno. Lilienthal, dankeschön. MAN, ja, vielen Dank fürs Mitfliegen, MAN. As always, a pleasure. As they warm, I try. I think I'm probably gonna be fed up with the winter time by the time I'm back. It's not gonna be warm. But apparently, guys, there is a pretty cold spell coming this way as well. Here in Europe. So the US is having a really hard cold spell, but apparently Europe will see the same in February. Yeah. So let's do parking checklist. Park brake set. Park brake complete. Cruise, thank you. And back was the movie was. Oh, the movie was good. He fell asleep twice. Oh no! And he smoked something. Oh god, that's why you don't smoke stuff. Thank you much, Mark. I'll be in contact with you, Mark, for sure. Yeah, so here we go. Let's do some nice outside flybys from this beautiful A380 from British Airways. Big thank you again for all the support, guys. Much appreciated. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you again very soon. What time is it? Almost 1 o'clock. Good God. Good night to you all. Take care. And before I forget, my moderators, as always, thank you so much, my dear friends. Thanks for all the help. Much appreciated. I say it. I don't say it often enough, but I do think it off. Thank you so much for all the help. Okay, Fish Cup. Yeah, I'll wave. I'll try to wave. Smug Warrior as well. Thank you so much. Good night to you. Cargo Panda, have a good one. And I am Elmo. Elmo, greetings. No, I have enough moderators right now. Thanks for the offer though. Google, thank you so much for all the help. Take care everyone. See you soon. Here comes the outro. Good night to you.